I had totally given up on the Hobby Lobby cross-stitch clearance for this year. The timing just didn't work. It usually falls right around my birthday. And I have had money tucked in a pocket of my purse for months that I was saving for the cross-stitch clearance, and then things happened. I don't know when they actually shut the stores in our area down because I had stopped going anywhere before the official word came down from the governor's office. And I just made my peace with the idea that I wasn't going to hit it this year. And that, in the scheme of things, is no big deal. But I stopped at Hobby Lobby on my way to the grocery store this morning and saw those bright high-vis orange tags. Cross-stitch was on clearance. I'd made my peace with it, but I can be happy that the day I went to the grocery store was the day that they marked things down. So, yay. I am going to show you everything I got. I'm going to do it laying flat because everything is in super shiny, crinkly plastic and nobody wants to see the reflections. They want to see what's inside the packages. So here we go. This is one of the kits that I was really hoping would go on clearance this year. It is Bucks County Farm Stand. It's a Jan Lynn kit, and it's got quilts, it's got jars, it's got pumpkins, it's got brick wall, stone wall. It kind of ticks all the boxes of things that I love. So I was tickled pink when I saw the bright orange clearance tags and that this was one of the ones on clearance. That point where you like it, but maybe not quite enough to pay full price. I had not seen the Happy Sushi before. They are just so stinking cute. And I did have to think twice about these and talk myself into them. They were marked down to $3.24. They need to be a project bag or something. I was trying to be good and restrained in my purchases, but maybe there's a point where you're a little too good sometimes. I think I had seen this one in the store before. It is... gotta have a name on it. No, I take it back. Oh, Sewing Notions. It's Artiste and Zweigert, so I don't know if this is a brand I have worked with before or not. It has a hand crank sewing machine. It has a dress form. It has spools. It has scissors. It has all the things that make my little stitchy heart go pitty-pat. So I am super happy about that one. I didn't buy anything that I'm not super happy about in this haul. I don't think. And this one is another Jan Lynn kit. It is Ladies' Day Out. I like it. I was almost going to be able to resist it until I got the idea that this is a stitching group. There has got to be a way I can add some stuff to their bags down there to make it clear that they're a stitching group. And I don't know if I can do that or not. Maybe I can, maybe I can't. If you have seen Amy from Amityville's Stephen King adaptation of Frederick the Literate, you will understand why that makes me think that I have got to be able to like stick some balls of yarn or a knitting needle or something in here. Or I could stitch it as is because it is absolutely stinking adorable. A while back, my mom found me a book of patterns for little cross-stitch purses that required the, what do you call these, purse frames. And I knew Hobby Lobby sold them. Hadn't got motivated enough to tackle the project, but they were clearanced at 74 cents. They only had 2 left, and so both of those came from differently because they did. I've been tempted by these little wooden hoops. Not quite tempted enough to actually buy them and toss them into my shopping cart, but they were marked down. They were 24 cents for the big ones and 99 cents for the itty bitty ones. I am not quite sure still what I'm going to do with them, but there will be something. And then I found the Knitting Notions. I've got a few magnetic bookmarks already that I use in my planner, and the top knot in yarn and the balls of yarn I really thought were adorable. And for 74 cents, I don't need to worry if yarn is my spirit animal. I also decided that for 74 cents I didn't need to worry too much if the sentiments of all of the cute little decorated MIDI clips were what I would think of myself. And then I found these enamel top straight pins. I don't know if those pins are too large to use as counting pins. I have never used counting pins, so somebody tell me how thick the pins on counting pins are supposed to be and if I can try these out or not. They had some really, I have wanted shawl pins for a while now, and these blinged out ones with the pearls were only 49 cents. And then they had these, which are less pretty, but I think for keeping track of stitch markers, I think these will be absolutely phenomenal. I also took some footage of the things that I saw but did not buy, and I'll add those here to the end so you can see what else was in the store.
My heart just soared a bit when I saw how full the aisle still was and that they had so many clearance tags easily visible. Like I said, I know in what's going on now, this is not a priority, but I'm not going to object when happy things happen. There is the Sewing Notions one that I did pick up for myself. I don't know, is that a map or just a blotch? I wasn't looking at it closely enough because I was so distracted by the pretty things. Wish that one in front had been on clearance, but it wasn't. There are the ladies on the stroll that I did pick up. And I believe that one was also on clearance, along with the Dream Catcher. And the Wedding Sampler. I wish the truck had been. That was one of the others that I've been watching and hoping for, but that's okay because I can still go buy it later if it turns out that I have fun stitching on the farmer's market. There is a Design Works tiger and some puppies, lots of animal themed kits. And there's the farm stand that I did pick up. My hope is that they'll replace these all with things that I love more. Another cat kit by Dimensions. That is a different tiger kit. I didn't realize at the time that there were two of them. I don't think I plan on stitching a tiger anyway, so wasn't quite on my radar in the moment. I did have to talk myself out of this baby quilt. It's an alphabet and they're all fantasy themes, so it was super cute, but I don't have any babies in my life who I plan on doing that much stitching for at this point, and don't expect any anytime soon. Wouldn't have been the worst thing in the world to buy it and add it to my stash. These were some cute animal kits. There's the sushi that I picked up. They must have just marked this stuff down because there was still a lot. There were a bunch of littler kits that, for someone with kids or just starting out, those would be great. But I picked a bunch of those up the first year they did clearance. There was some stamped table runners, one piece of fabric, and I did have to remind myself that I have linen and I don't love stitching on linen, so I did not need it. Several different styles of dish towels that say on the label they're good for embroidery, but didn't need to jump into my arms, I guess. And they had some stitchable felt, which I have not personally played with before. Wasn't sure what I would do with it, so I didn't buy any. Like I said, I was trying to be good and restrained in my purchasing, and I think I was. Scissor fobs, I guess. They weren't very cute, so I didn't look very hard. And the one style of purse frame was marked down, so I did get that one. Or two, because I know my mom has a pattern that she also wants to do that calls for one of those. And there was a really cute little wool hoop.
Thank you for watching. I am Michelle with Michelle's Romantic Tangle. I am working on a bunch of projects right now. I think that like at least a couple of these kits I just got are going to be Mania starts because there are a few days left. I've got some books I dug out I want to share with you. I've got some other projects in the works, and I will be back with more videos soon. Thank you for watching.